Have you ever stopped to ponder why the concept of interest, or riba, stands prohibited in Islam? It's a query that invites a dive into the rich history and deep-rooted principles of Islamic economics. So sit back, relax, and let us travel back in time to understand this intriguing aspect of Islamic finance. Our journey commences with the advent of Islam in the 7th century. The Quran, the holy book of Islam, explicitly forbids the practice of riba. Back then, riba referred to the practice of money lending with exorbitant interest rates, which often led to severe economic disparities and exploitation of the poor. As such, banning riba served as a means to promote social justice and economic balance. Transitioning towards the period of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, we come across the restrictions on riba emphasized in numerous hadiths, teachings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. As referenced in Sahih Bukhari, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, clearly mentions, avoid the 7 grave sins, and includes usury, riba, as one of them. This prohibition was not only a religious directive, as stated in Surah Al-Baqarah 275-276 of the Quran, but also a socio-economic reform. It aimed to cultivate an economic atmosphere where wealth distribution was equitable and exploitation was brought down to the bare minimum. As we venture into the Middle Ages, we see Islamic scholars, or ulama, interpreting the prohibition of interest in a broader context. They extended the concept to include any form of guaranteed profit that is not tied to the risk of the business. This interpretation aimed to promote risk-sharing and discourage wealth accumulation at the expense of others. Fast-forwarding to the modern era, the concept of interest in Islam has taken a more nuanced form. With the growth of global finance, Islamic finance has developed sophisticated models to comply with the prohibition of riba. These include profit-sharing agreements, lease contracts, and sale-based contracts. Despite these developments, the debate surrounding the concept of interest in Islam continues. Some argue for a more flexible interpretation of riba to accommodate modern financial practices, while others staunchly uphold the traditional prohibition. To recap, the concept of interest in Islam, or riba, originates from the Quran's prohibition of exploitative lending practices, as stated in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 275. Those who consume interest cannot stand on the day of resurrection, except as one stands who is being beaten by Satan into insanity. This prohibition was reiterated in the Prophet's times with the hadith found in Sahih Bukhari. The Prophet, peace be upon him, cursed the one who accepts usury, the one who gives it, the witnesses to it, and the one who records it. Medieval scholars further expanded on this concept to promote fair wealth distribution and discourage exploitation, in keeping with the teachings of the Quran, Surah Al-Hashr, verse 7. What Allah has bestowed on His messenger and taken away from the people of the townships belongs to Allah, to His messenger, and to kindred and orphans, the needy, the wayfarer, in order that it may not merely make a circuit between the wealthy among you. In the modern era, the concept has evolved to accommodate complex financial practices while still adhering to the principle of fair and equitable distribution. So the next time you come across the term riba or Islamic finance, remember that it's not just about religious compliance. It's about a system that draws from the principles found in Quran, Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 1. O you who have believed, fulfill all contracts. It's about a financial system that strives to uphold economic justice and fairness. It's about striking a balance between the pursuit of profit and the welfare of society. As stressed in hadith recorded in Sahih Muslim, none of you will believe until you love for your brother what you love for yourself. In essence, the prohibition of interest in Islam is a testament to its commitment to social justice. It's a call to create an economic system that promotes fairness, equity, and shared prosperity. A system where wealth is not just accumulated, but also circulated for the benefit of all. Emphasizing Quranic teaching, Surah Al-Zumar, verse 10. Indeed, the patient will be given their reward without measure. And with that thought, we draw the curtains on our exploration of the concept of interest in Islam. We hope this journey, guided by the wisdom of the Quran and Hadith, has enriched your understanding and sparked further curiosity. Because, after as Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said in a hadith from Ibn Majah, seeking knowledge is a duty upon every Muslim, and curiosity fuels the journey of discovery.